Hey everyone, I wanted to do a quick video. So you have to watch the previous video in order to kind of understand this one. This one's going to be super fast. Actually, it was going to be part of my questioning, or in part of some of the release of the questioning everything was just people that I found along the way who I think are important voices to listen to. But if you look, I'm not going to even use the chemical toxic name because YouTube, these platforms are done. They're very sensitive on algorithms, so it's not like me trying to be cool or hip or anything by using foreign language or coded language, but it is quite an annoyance when you're sharing information and then that is constantly getting deplatformed. Anyways, I've said this before, I'm from Ohio, I'm from Cleveland, and so I didn't really realize what was going on in there because I've been off the news. I kind of limit myself also with alternative media news as well. I know that there's been forest fires, but I never really knew how severe some of those fires, the smoke has gotten, because especially growing up in Ohio, we never really had a lot of smoke. Now in Washington State, we get the effects of the smoke every year. And I remember a couple days in June, it was really hazy to the point where I was like, God, this is like mid to late August weather where, the sun looks like an African sunset where it's this like fire red ball going down in the sky. And it was just odd and weird. So I'll link it down below, her video for it, but an important person to maybe listen to because she's done extensive research. She lives here in Washington State. Her name is Elana Freeland. She is just a very I would know, a hardcore activist, just an old school baby boomer spiritual person. She opened up a lot of Rudolf Steiner's Waldorf schools here, and I mean she's been very vocal to parents, like, if you're going to raise your child on junk food and televisions, then you really shouldn't even send them to a Waldorf school, because you're not really going to understand the true spiritual essence of Rudolf Steiner's teachings. So she is very authentic in this manner, and she has done extensive amount of research for many years about the stuff that is sprayed in the sky. So if you've watched this the video that I just posted, you could see the F word reader that he's using. That F ingredient is the predominant ingredient that's in your V's, predominant preservative that's in dead people. If I remember correctly, through the history of something like Campbell's soup, like people in the Victorian era really went apeshit when Campbell's soup was using the F ingredient as a preservative for Campbell's soup, and that actually I think ended up getting banned in the Victorian era. So this is so if this is happening, you are being exposed to toxic chemicals, and anything F related, mass exposures does increase risks toward cancer. And why I'm explaining, or why I have mentioned Elana Freeland, is because you can see, a lot of us know about like chemtrails and the shit that they're spraying in the sky. Well, on her website, if you go to the About section, I'll still link the video below, but when you go to the About section, this actually works better on a desktop. For some reason, it doesn't work that well on the phone. There is a video that kind of shows like her book, I think is the thumbnail. But the first 10 seconds is you see all this fire being sprayed out of a plane. And the thing that we have to understand is, which I'm jumping ahead of a lot of these questioning videos. I mean, I've known this, that it seems like from 2020, it snapped a lot of us out of this bubble to realize that we have a massive battle between let's just say like prediction and programming. So most everything on this planet is being engineered. So these changes that are occurring are not just because of this natural occurrence, like nature just all of a sudden had a glitch. It's changing because of geoengineering, social engineering. I mean, we're being engineered from all levels, and all of this is run through psychopaths who have a God complex. And the system is trying to engineer the revelations from the Bible. So, you know, if all these people are like, oh my God, the Bible, like we have all these fires, God's mad at us. No, it's not God mad. God's not mad at you. We have a system of fucking nut jobs that are fucking doing this crap to gain more control, to poison us, to kill us off, everything else. So I get really like ramped up and hopped up about this, but I said it in a few videos ago, you're either going to get taxed to death or poisoned, and it looks like the Midwest is really getting hammered. They've gotten hammered from some of these derailments, some of this crap that's going in the air. So if this video from this man in Michigan is accurate, and his little F reader, if that is an authentic video, then you know that this is not a natural occurrence. My sister told me it smells like burning plastic in the suburbs of the suburbs in Cleveland. If this is not another awakening process to really start taking your health more seriously and starting to put down the shitty junk food and starting to incorporate things, I want to do this as a separate video in itself, but beets and microgreens are going to be extremely important. Even if you have a shitty diet, throwing some microgreens in a salad, starting to eat some beets raw, you know, you can shred beets like you shred carrots and put it in a salad. You could roast it, you can pan fry it. There's many ways to do it, but sometimes raw or juicing is better. Not everybody has a juicer. The great thing about beets is that it has a property that I'm blanking out on, but that property cleanses every single cell within your body. In another video, I'll probably talk about, I'm going to talk about more foods that are really, really important to incorporate in your diet, but we have to take this detoxification process very seriously because your liver stores everything. So all the stuff you ingest and consume somehow ends up getting stored in your liver, and this is where a lot of the things that are stored end up manifesting into things that are worse. So if if that video from Michigan is correct and you're breathing this stuff in and you're already unhealthy, I mean, my mom has mentioned how weak she's been. She can't get off the couch. She's having really shortness of breath because she already has COPD and heart problems. This is really fucking scary for a lot of people who are not healthy. Even healthy people, this is really nerve-wracking because this does set exposures to that chemical, the F chemical, does increase your risk for cancer. So even very, very extremely healthy people are being exposed on a scale that we've never seen before in this country. So when you look at Elana Freeland and you start listening to her, maybe read through her website, see some videos of this stuff actually getting sprayed out of planes, you'll understand that California and all these other places have not gone through any sort of natural fires. Or, you know, I remember once like a central Washington fire started because some guy's hubcap fell off and sparked on the street, and then that all of a sudden created a chaotic thing. Hey, it's possible that could have happened, but right now in a world full of lies and deception, it might actually be just a bullshit cover-up story for the shit that they're doing to the environment. And it is so sad, not only to nature but to the animals, to the people. This is a fucking disgrace. And fuck Justin Trudeau, that guy is an asshole, and damn it, I don't know, it's now affecting America, and the only thing I can say is take it I mean, fuck, now you might need a full-on oxygen mask, like one of these crazy ones that you have to go over your face. I don't know, but it is maybe important if you're having a hard time, especially outside. Maybe you can go through it without any fear and energetic protection. I don't know. I just know it is really hard to beat out mass chemicals. Yeah, but hey, it's possible. It's possible that you can spiritually protect yourself and nothing will happen. All right, Elana Freeland's information will be down below, so that will just be another helpful tool, because she's been I guess she's been studying this for several decades at this point. So she's been on it for a long time and is way more knowledgeable than I am. I've all known about chemtrails, but never really kind of thought about fire getting sprayed out of a plane. So anyways, stay well, detox, and see you soon. Bye-bye.